This is Mike, NoStressMike.com. What I want to talk about is what influences you in your world. And let's see, I think we're just going to take a seat over here. It's starting to get hot. Still morning. They're talking about 105 heat index today. 96 degrees, I think, is what it's going to be. So this is going to be one of those laid-back days. Normally, I'm not even in the United States for the summer or winter. I try to get away from the extremes. But anyway, I was just thinking, for me, the stuff that influences me. How do I draw conclusions when I'm not getting the full story on something? And that happens a lot, I mean, how many times I see things, I have no idea what it is I'm seeing. I got to figure out what it is I'm seeing and why. And but I thought, well, what is it that influences me? What makes me come up with these ideas? And but like I say, I'm not always right. That's the last thing I am is right. But what I am is adventurous. I'm ready to look, see, get my hands dirty, see what it comes up, and then I have to find some way to get an understanding. And this is what I'm talking about. What is it that you need to think about? What is it that influences you? And that's a very important question, because it's not what you experience. That has a lot to do with it. But that experience, you can make that a positive experience or a negative experience. Who is it that helps you clarify? Or like I say, influences you. And I say I do a lot of BS. Brainstorming and bullshitting. Because we need to tell a story, and then I get the feedback from that, and that influences me. I guess what happened to me influences me too, but also what the understanding I get from it. And that's why now I'm back from China. I've been talking to my friend here, and my friend, he influences me. I really do cherish his opinion. Like I say, he's not like me, and so he sees things differently. So I tell him the story, and then he will give me some kind of ideas, and it makes me think. And that's why I really miss my wife. My wife was probably the biggest in the way of person that has ever influenced me. I wish I could say it was my parents, but like I say, I lost them so early. My mom lost her when I was 5, and my dad was 25, and it's when I was really starting to think and do things on my own instead of just being told, they weren't there. Those are the ones that I would trust to give me some kind of idea of what is going on. And I didn't have them. So got my wife when I was 22, up until 63. So she was a big influence. I really trust her. Why? Again, we were opposites. And she would see things completely different than me. And so she would help me understand the stuff that I see. Somebody I could trust, and I could relate to it. I mean, she could say it in the way I understood what she was saying. She could speak in the kind of language that I could understand. You know what I mean? And I was thinking, okay, how do people turn out I hate to say it like this, but they turn out bad. You know, what influences did they have to make them like that? I mean, now as I'm older, I have experienced people that are just downright evil. I mean, their soul is black, their heart is black. I mean, they are evil. And I wonder, how are they influenced to be like that? I mean, do people literally sell their soul to the devil? You know, to be that bad. I mean, there's many people like that. And some are even worse than others. And like I say, I have seen them at their maximum. And so are these people taking a constant feed of negative crap all the time? Are their minds closed? I mean, they open it for negative stuff and then they close it when something good happens. I mean, I would say a normal person would see something and they understand that what they see is not an everyday thing. I mean, they see somebody that's bad, they don't make the judgment saying, well, they're all bad like that. No, I mean, they can think, well, you know, that's one of, I don't know how many, that's really a bad apple. And but does that bad apple want to be bad? Do they continue being bad? You know, there's just so much that I can't figure out on that kind of stuff. So that's where what I talk about, taking personal responsibility. It's up to us to find the influences that will better us, will make us a better person. But remember, there's the opposite out there. There's people that are going to find influences that make them even worse of a person. One thing is, when I was up in Indiana this last time, I met a guy that's been in prison, and more than once. And now he seems so focused now on doing the right thing. So he's turned what influences him is different than what it used to be. And matter of fact, I worked with him. We were working together, and that's when he couldn't believe. He was a hard worker, and he couldn't believe that I was not only staying up with him, but man, I mean, I was getting after him. And after that, he took note, and we talked. We did the BS stuff, and we had a lot of fun. And you could see he opened his mind for being influenced by me. Just exactly the same thing I was influenced by him. We fed off of each other. We started telling stories and stuff like that to each other. And it really makes a difference. And like I say, that's why I talk about getting respect and getting relationships. Because you can find people that will influence you and influence you to the good. And that's what you need to be looking for. There's a lot of good people out there. We need to find them. It's the three-man militia is making relationships with people that will influence you to make you a better person, to make you more aware, to help you in all aspects of your life. So and like I say, my son told me that everybody is an average of their 5 best friends. So when you think about it like that, man, I don't know where they come up with the 5. And I was shocked to even come up with something like that for my son. How he'd come up with something like that. But anyway, that really got me thinking. And like I say, my 5 best friends, they kind of change around because depending on where I'm at and stuff like that, what country I'm in, and all this stuff. So my 5 best friends change depending on what's going on. And he's right. I really am the average of my 5 best friends. How about you? This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.